Hello and welcome to Zero Cool Gaming, and today in the movie reviews. Today we're going to start this talking about something a little different because it's something that I've noticed a couple of times now, and I'm starting to get an idea of what they've done, and I'm starting to see why. It's kind of disturbing. In fact, it's kind of sinister. But we'll go over it. As I do reviews on, movies and TV shows, anime, um, video games. Because these are, what I've had as entertainment throughout my life. And there's a lot of different things that I find entertaining. Normally it's like fantasy and adventures, sci-fi, that type of stuff. Because I enjoy it. So what we're going to talk about today first, before we talk about Raiders of the Lost Ark, is we're going to talk about a couple of sinister trends that I've seen at this point, and my opinion of those trends. And we'll start with giving a little bit of history in that respect. You see, when the internet first started, they were screaming, oh, we need to get rid of paper and stop using paper, save the trees, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And when people ask, well, what are we going to do with all the information that's, on paper now? And they're like, well, just transfer it to the internet. Oh. Solves the problem, right? Don't need trees if it's all online. Yes. Well, see, that was a lie. They never intended to do that, and they're not going to do that. And today you can see the truth of that with what they have done. Let me show you what I mean by that. You see, the disturbing trend that I've been noticing in these reviews, because I do reviews of older shows, obviously. I've got 30 years worth of entertainment that I want to get out there, and that starts a long time ago. So, when Raiders of the Lost Ark first came out, way back in, I don't know, it was 1980 something. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Anyway, Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know what would tell me that real quick? Wikipedia. 1981. Alright, so, way back in 1981, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Alright, so, back to the disturbing thing that I've seen going on. Back when Raiders of the Lost Ark came out in 1981, and I'm sure 1982 and in 1983, there were lots of reviews done for this show by hundreds of different publications across this country. With a varying degree of dislikes, understandings, takeaways, things to that effect. Which is the type of thing you would expect to see from different people across the country, working for different outlets, writing a review for a movie they just saw. You remember when I was talking about how they were going to make sure that all that information got put online? And how I said that was a lie and they had no intention of ever doing that? Well, the reason that I say that is because I've noticed, and this is the third review that I've seen this on now, where all the reviews online are the same review in that respect. It's quite obvious that they were all written from the same base material. They may add a few words and take a few words away. They may even add a couple of paragraphs here and there. But the base information, the base review, were all written by the same person, and it's blatantly obvious after you've read a few of them. And this movie is another one that is like that. I read 15 different reviews from 15 different places, and all of them were basically the same review. So you're only seeing, in truth, one voice, one opinion. Copied and pasted and slightly altered by 15 different people from 15 different outlets. Rather than going through the publications that did reviews at the time and putting those reviews online. Do you see what I'm talking about? They're creating a false history by doing this. I mean, how many people are going to go get a what's that? There's lots of, like, a Rolling Stone magazine from 1981, right after this movie was released. And do you think you can find the review that they did of the movie on their website? If you paid for it, you probably could. But if you just search for it, no. It's probably behind a paywall. And that's assuming that they even have that magazine, that edition, online within their paywall. And the same thing can be said for, many of other outlets, like the Washington Post, or, there were a lot of outlets back in the day, newspapers that did movie reviews within their paper. They probably still do it today. You can't find those online. All you get to see is the one opinion that everyone copied and pasted. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of get that off my chest. So, what is Raiders of the Lost Ark? Well, it's an action-adventure movie. It's good fun, well written, good pacing. It's enjoyable from the beginning to the end. Nothing wrong with it. I enjoy it. It's a great show. Still enjoy it today. I still find it just as fun as I did back when I watched it originally. So, yeah. If you want to watch some entertainment, it's just good fun, something that you could sit down, turn your brain off, and enjoy, Raiders of the Lost Ark is definitely a show that you can do that with. And then we're going to go into the thing that I started noticing 2 days ago, and I had a theory about it. My theory was that Rotten Tomatoes was adjusting their matrix so that their critic reviews would match their audience scores, or at least get relatively close. Well, here we are, 2 for 2. That matched perfectly. Gotta love Rotten Tomatoes and their absolute lies. But is it a 96? I have no idea. Truly. Is it a good show? Yes, it's enjoyable. I don't think I would give it a 96, though. I mean, there are better shows than Raiders of the Lost Ark. And a lot of them. But regardless, 96 and 96. The point here isn't whether or not that's a correct rating or a high enough rating or a low rating or whatever. The point is that they exactly match again. Oh, Rotten Tomatoes. When will you stop lying to people? Anyway, that's my rant for the day, and I hope you enjoy the rest of yours.